Alright, yeah, I am. So, what's happening, guys? Welcome to Creativblok Inferno. I'm making a. I was supposed to be doing the anime classroom. That's what I'm doing. But I accidentally turned off the stream early on, and then yeah, like I just carried on doing shit by myself, and then yeah, that's what happened. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. So I just thought I'd come back. I had some pizza and I'm back now. I have no idea what is up with the restream. I should really just stream to one service, damn it. Because this is annoying. I think it's okay. Deal with itself. Okay. Anyway. Let me... One second. Let me get my dashboard up again. Hey, Robotoxic, what's happening, man? It's been a while. Where have you been? I'm not sure if it's the same Robotoxic. But hey, what's happening? Anyway, back to what I was doing. So, I don't actually advertise this stream. Wow. Does it even matter at this point? Okay. I seem to have a... What the hell is this thingy? It's the auto boolean. At least I think it is. Can I remove it? Yeah. Okay, that's... It's a me, a robo. Okay. Same guy. So what's happening? I thought you'd be on Twitch. I think Twitch is up. Yeah. I would have thought you'd be there. Anyway. Stop messing around. Let's oops. Okay. So gonna save this guy. Save over the previous one. Anyway, so now I think I'm just gonna use the Archimesh, whatever. Yeah, I think that's gonna help. Anyway, so let's do this. Now, I don't actually know what size this room needs to be, but we'll so okay, I might actually remove that video, but if you guys didn't see, I basically made these like to scale so that I could figure out exactly how far things need to be in terms of stuff. Anyway, so as long as we have like a basic idea of how things are going to work, we'll be able to work with this. So let's just get this going. That's happening, Robotoxic. It's been a while, man. How have you been? How's your health been? Remember you said you had some health issues? Okay. I hate the idea that it does this, but okay, that's fine. Whoops. Need to grab both. Let's just do this. That way we can work with it. Okay. I think this is in the middle, I think, for the most part. It doesn't really matter right now, so. Alright. So back to our wall. Get the length going. Let's check this out. I think that's okay. We'll add another wall. And I don't know, it just does this. Okay, so go to wall 3. Get this angle. Go all the way. There we are. Been okay for the most part? Okay. That's good, man. It's good to hear. And then we will close this room. Okay, now, to me, it does kind of look like this is a little bit smaller than it should be. I'm not sure. Anyway. So, I've been good, man. I've been good. It's yeah, I've been pretty good. Just hanging out, doing stuff. I need to do more art stuff. And my stream's lagging. I don't know why. Restream. Behaves like a bitch sometimes, and I get too lazy to like restart the damn stream, so I'm not doing that. Anyway. So yeah, I've been good. You know, just doing my thing, making stuff, playing games. I think this is okay for the most part. Cabinets. No. I don't even know. Cabinets. Okay. So, as far as I know, I think this is okay. I think. If a human being were to walk through there, it makes sense. Okay. So, now what we'll do is we'll just add some thickness to this wall. I think it's this. That makes about sufficient sense, I think. Let's actually just make sure everything's fine. I think it's okay. Looks okay for the most part. Not really the person to ask for art, but this, but that's awesome. Yeah. I'm actually working on an anime, so I want to do, you know, get stuff done. I thought, I mean, if I'm gonna be working on it, I might as well just work on stream. I don't know. It looks okay for the most part. I feel like things are cramped though, and when I, let me look at my reference images here. Shall I? Let me move this here. I really do want to restart the stream because it's like, it's lagging. I hope it's not too bad on your side. If it is, tell me, I'll start it over. Which should fix it. It's just, yeah. Anyway, let's see. So, given my reference, when I look at stuff, it looks like, I feel like the lens here, that's part of the problem. That kind of makes sense now. I'm gonna lower my volume, jeez, it's a bit loud in my ears. Okay, so it looks alright, I would say. It does, however, make the class look like a little longer than it should be. Let's see. Although I still kind of feel like it's cramped. I don't even know why. It might just be because everything's blocky. That could be it. Might even give it like, it's supposed to be slightly less than 1 desk space. But let's see here. How much do I have right now? And the dimensions for this item is what? I don't understand this. Wish I could make stuff like that, but I'm not artistic enough. I mean, you know what, dude? It's not so much about being artistic. It's really about it's really more like, it's not about being artistic, but it's being like, what's the word? It's just really trying things. That's really, yeah, that kind of just sums up art, really. It's just trying things over and over and over again until things look nice to you. That's it. That's art. Obviously, eventually you get equipped with certain knowledge and so on and so forth, but ideally, that's the reality of it. It's really just yeah, it's really just you figuring like figuring out like sorry, I'm trying to focus on this damn thing. Okay, yeah, it's really just you figuring out like what looks good and what doesn't. That is literally what it is. Like I said, like you do get artists that are equipped with certain knowledge, which then enables them to do certain things. But yeah, thanks, man. I'm glad that you. I mean, you haven't seen anything yet. Once I'm actually done with this, it'll be a lot more amazing. Like, it does feel cramped though. If I feel that way, then I really should do something if it feels cramped. But yeah, it's I think I need to definitely go for some more space. Maybe. It's close though. Huh. Anyway, let's give this thing a floor for now. I don't really care too much about the floor, but I don't want this to be on cycles render, because we're not going to be rendering with cycles. I think that's okay. So next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get the pillars in there. I want to say something to you and I forget. Oh yeah, you say that when you can tune into them, is there any sort of factor that determines that? Because obviously I'd like to be streaming where more people can actually see, or more people that want to watch can watch, so that I just stream too late. Anyway, let's get these pillars going. Pillars. Columns, there we go. That should put it there, okay. So given that's in the center, I think, is that too much perhaps? I don't think so. Let me check my references and see. I don't think it's too bad, actually. Some cases it's a lot bigger. Some cases it's smaller, so I guess it's really just up to the eye. At least I can actually edit these, so that's okay. Another thing that's important to take note of, because I am using the Archimesh, I need to figure out, like, there's gonna be a door here definitely. So obviously there needs to be enough space that the pillar fits there, the door fits there, and then still have that space in the back of the classroom. So hopefully that's the actual answer. Now I need to figure out if that's the case, and that is the pillar that we're going to use, then is it wider on one side as opposed to another side? And that's something I need to figure out. For now, this is okay. So I think it's okay. I'm really not sure. I have to put one in the center and figure that out. Let's see. That's how I'm feeling really, because I went 2 weeks not even going on Twitch or YouTube. So it's just okay. That's fine. 1 second, let me just fix this damn pop filter. Okay, so alright, that makes sense. That's fine. I think yeah, man. As long as you tune in when you can, that's always appreciated. Let's get another column. I think that's okay. Now, really, it does take some time and some finagling, really. But I just set this up in such a way that I can see. Whoops! I can see what's going on. I situate myself roughly here at the end of the classroom in such a way that I can Yeah, that looks about right. Okay, so I think that's fine. The one thing that's important is maybe we'll make this square so that those look correct. Let's get this here and then get another pillar in there. And this is going to take some finagling, but I want to get this in the center. I don't really know where the center is, but I'm assuming it's something like here, really. Hey, Julia, what's happening? Hey, you get to watch an art stream. Okay. Let's put that back. Let's have a look here. Oh, thanks for the host, man. Yeah, it does kind of look a bit big. Let's see here. I know I'm kind of clipping into the wall here, but really, it's just me trying to figure stuff out. Let's go back to our lens and pull it down just a little bit more. In fact, the funny thing is that I don't think the lens should be this way, in all honesty. But the thing is that I guess we could always just position ourselves in such a way that we can see what the hell's going on. But for now, we'll just cheat it with the lens here. You see how kind of warped it looks because of the way I'm working with the lens. But it's okay for now. I think it's alright. Put this back to 35, I believe it is. Yeah, so really the actual thing about this is that I probably need to high end this. I actually did earlier, I was doing it earlier, but I ended up exiting by mistake and that screwed me. I might need to lower that just a tiny bit. I think that's way too thick. Probably. Yeah. Okay, so can I actually edit this guy? Whoops. No. Doesn't look like it. I'm assuming that as soon as you apply it, it applies. Is that the... yeah, that's what it seems like to me. So let's do this again. Add a column. And then I should get some settings for that column somewhere. Where the hell are the settings for this damn column? Oh, there we go. See, so if I move it, I'm assuming that yeah, okay. That makes sense. So basically I have to end up determining what size of column I actually want. Now, given... yeah, you know what? Let me do this. I'll hide this. So hide this wall. And then look this way. And then actually just say cursor to selected. Alright. And then what we will do is I'll add a column. Right. And now we can actually edit it. So I'm thinking that looks about right. So it looks like 700 is the correct size. 700 by 700, so it's a perfect square. And I guess we'll get rid of these as well. Oh wait, I didn't see your message there, Robo. I'm gonna try to be consistent. Dude, whenever you can, man. That's all that really matters to me. So let's look at this, and I think we'll make some more columns. Thankfully, I can always just edit stuff if I need to. I do prefer to use arrays, in all honesty. I should actually link all of these objects, but anyway. It's looking okay. I think we definitely need some more space here. But the door will then determine that, because it looks like the desks only start where the door starts. And I'll have to get some measurements though. And that kind of worries me. So if I do this and then just put those over there like that. Is that correct? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. So now we have all the pillars. Let's actually unhide our walls. Oh, whoops. I had these previously. There we are. Okay. So it's looking okay so far. I still think it feels too cramped, but if it is, I can always just move stuff around. It doesn't really matter. So what's going on, Julia? What do you have to say for yourself? I don't know why. Is my autoplay off on YouTube? Because it's not autoplay and it's annoying. Yeah, whatever. Okay, so I guess that looks about right. Oh, don't worry. We'll make it look amazing. We've still got quite a bit of stuff to sort out. So among the things, it looks like this wall is gonna have to disappear. Let's see. Are you using this, or is it just for fun? I am actually going to use this. I'm going to use this for an anime that I'm making. So yeah. And because it's gonna be just a school comedy, there's not much that I actually have to make. But yeah, it looks like I actually have to deal with certain things. So I mean, for the most part, this looks okay. I feel like it's cramped, but it's fine. And so what's gonna have to happen here, if I look at this correctly, is that these walls over here are gonna have to disappear. We have to get rid of them completely. And that's because all the way up to the ceiling we have a thing, like, you know, like a frame that holds basically like this, looks like a board, and like the windows, there's like windows that go on top, and then the door. Thankfully it's 50-50, so that should be able to determine what size the door is. So if the door is, if it's 50-50 and the door starts there, that means these have to move back. And at the same time, it means that if it's 50-50 on this side, because it's actually equal, when I look at my references, it's actually equal. At the same time, it looks like if basically it looks like the back door. Oh, actually no. So I think the back seats are actually closer to the back than I actually thought initially. So it looks like the first half. Okay, so some math. Okay, so the first half, that determines where the actual door is, and then half of that is where these desks kind of end, roughly. So if I look at this and we should do this, so 50% is around there, and then 50% of that is kind of where these end, because then we have like a cupboard and stuff like that, and there obviously needs to be space behind, I'm assuming. So there's a couple of things we need to consider now. For one, it looks like our room is too small. That's because if I look here, I can see that if this was 50%, I can tell that this door, because the desks basically start exactly where the door starts. If that makes sense, seems like it. Let me just make sure of this. Pretty sure I have another picture here somewhere. Yeah. When I look at this, I'm actually zoom in on this picture. Where are my zoom tools? Jeez. So if that's where the floor is, and that ends there. This goes this way to about there. Okay, so that's actually the floor. Okay, so that's actually the floor. And this point over here. Yeah. Yeah, actually, no, let me see this. Yeah, actually, I'm correct. At least I think I'm correct. That's the floor. Math. And you have to like do stuff in perspective so you can figure it out. Over there, over there. If that's where the floor is, and about there. And now if I make a line, it looks like, yeah, I'm right. So the door, it needs to be like 50%, and then that's where you get the desks. Definitely. So I mean, it makes sense. You'd open the door, you wouldn't walk into a desk, you'd be clear of space. So let's actually work on that. Thankfully though, I think I can actually adjust these. Let's see. I'll watch it. Could you link me when it's done? Oh, the anime? It's gonna take some time, but hey, you get to watch. I'm gonna save all the stuff on Twitch, and obviously there's the YouTube, so I need to actually link it in my panels on Twitch just in case anyone else wants to watch. But what point did I want to make? I'm gonna be streaming the entire process of me making it, so I'll be here every day early. Well, earlier than today. But I'll be here every day early to actually, just because I'm going to be working on this every day along with other models that I work with, you know, like assets and stuff. But so you'll be seeing the entire process, and when it is done, like everyone in Discord and everything will get a link anyway. So if that's wall 1, 2, that's wall 2 then, right? So if I extend this wall, there we go. That works for me. I feel like, okay, so now we have to do some more basic actual. Let's see here. Okay, I'm assuming that is correct, yeah. So if I do this, because I just selected that, it should show me where the center is. There we go. So now if I work this out and say, okay, this is about 50%, then that is correct, right? Because then the door just makes it, and that makes sense now. Same here. So we've increased the size. If we say this is about 50% here, looks like it roughly around here, 50%, and then 50% of that is kind of where this goes. So I feel like it should be a tiny bit bigger, but it's okay for now. We'll really get to see what's going on afterwards. Let's see here. Give me this talent. It's really not talent. I learned how to make this stuff when I was a kid. Well, not really a kid. I was a teenager. How old was I? I think I was about... I had to have been about 18, roughly. So, because I wanted to make games, I started learning how to make 3D stuff. It really was practice. It might not look it, but it took me like a year just to be able to do stuff. like a full year of learning. At the time, like the tutorials weren't the best, and it took me about a full year before I could actually know how to do stuff and make models. And yeah, this is looking about right in my eyes. Yeah, that's it. It is looking right. Perfect. Okay, so now that we have that, I want to take this room and I want to I hope my stream isn't lagging too bad for you guys, because it is kind of like mid-range in terms of bitrate. I have no clue. Usually, like, if I change my server before I start my stream, it works fine. For some reason, I don't know, but yeah, I hope you guys aren't having too much trouble. But yeah, look, it's not talent. It's really just, I mean, even though I can do this stuff, I'm not like the best. I'm pretty good in terms of what I can do and what I can't do, but I'm really not super great when I've seen other artists work. But really, it's really just taking dedication, a lot of time and dedication to learning something, and then you'll be able to do it. Just take the time out, I guess. So what I am going to do now, I think the room is fine, so I'm gonna grab the room and I'm gonna make a duplicate in case we destroy something. That's not gonna be too smart, so I do want to have a copy of this room. I'll just say Alt-D. Okay, and we will move this to the second layer. So if I do make some kind of mistake and we stuff something up or we need to change something, I'll have a reference to the previous one. Alright, so let's see. The windows. So if I actually have how this damn add-on works correct, if I add, I don't know what rail windows are. So if I add a window, okay, actually no, let's not do that. Let's do this. All right. What do I want to do? I want to shift this cursor to selected, get that in the middle there, and then add a window, right? Okay, here we go. So I guess we can set an actual height and so on and so forth. So looking at my reference, it's completely definite that the window does end above the desks. That's without doubt. I mean, about 50% of the door. I don't actually know what the height of the door is supposed to be, so we're gonna have to figure that out. So for now, I'm just gonna turn back to cycle so that I can view this in the actual. Now, I don't actually know which is the front, and I'm assuming because I'm facing this way that this is the front. So I'm just gonna hide these so I can see. Just hide everything so we can see this window. Hopefully, I'm not actually sure. Yeah, so it should be slightly shorter. Is that? No. So this way by 160. Yeah, okay. So I'll work on this. We need a horizontal count of 4. We do need. So this is where things get a bit complicated, and at least when I look at my reference up close, I'm not seeing the same thing. Can't wait to see the finished version of it. If you really want to see something close, I think I'll make a new chat for like the actual stream art for the anime or anything that I do. But if you really want to see something close to what it's going to look like, welcome to check the art channel in Discord, because I did post some test renders when I was working on it. Okay, so looking at this, and again, I really should make it such that you guys can see what I'm working on, or at least what I'm looking at. So looking at this, it seems like This makes sense physically, but I'm not sure about this. So like I said, obviously this, if I go to 1, yeah, this should be the front of the window. But you know what? Let's actually... This doesn't actually make it. Okay, this doesn't matter. So, we have our horizontal height, and then we do have a set of vertical windows. Now, to me, it looks like yeah, so the bottom seems to be a little larger than the top. But anyway, so for now I'm just gonna get rid of those. And you can kind of see how like this is just, it's pretty stock, right? And as far as the width of this goes, this is actually, okay, so I do know that we don't have a windowsill. Okay, so I'm going to remove that sill, right? And then, okay, so that's actually the width for that. Okay, makes sense. So we can actually have it even, which is fine. Now it's really just me trying to figure out this entire thing. So I just want to double check it. So this is the outer frame and how thick that outer frame is. And I'm not entirely sure. Because like on the one hand, you'll notice that you see the risers are on the inner, right? And the outer frame is on the outer side, but there are some issues with that. So you'll see here, it does get thicker as we go, right? But at the same time, it makes this bigger, and that doesn't make me happy. So then we have the inner frames, which are those things. And we don't actually care too much about those inner frames, I think. Maybe. That seems to make some sense. Okay. So now, when we do, so it looks like all of these are the ones that are in the back, right? Like that. And oh, that's the size. Okay. So I want to make them all the same size. All 60, I think. That's purely because I don't actually know. I have to measure it. Okay, so far so good. But now, see, the thing that bugs me is that when you do this, you'll notice that instead of just moving in, it ends up making this like a thingy. And oh shit, someone. Oh geez, thanks for the follow. Thank you so much. I didn't actually know there was other people watching. Thank you so much. And yeah, welcome to the stream. So yeah, so you'll see it kind of does this thing where the inner frame, it ends up adding another inner frame, which isn't ideal to what I want. I want it to go in the same way it's doing, but I also want this window to be the same size. And that's a bit of an issue. So how do we actually do this? What is this? Okay, so this is the actual height of row 2. Okay. Alright. And I need to be able to judge the height, obviously, so yeah, well, this is the thing that bugs me about this, is that I wonder if I can Let's see, we can make the outer frame. I think 5 is what it was. And the rises, I don't even... Okay, so there we go. So if we make them smaller, you'll notice that everything gets smaller. But at the same time, yeah, like we end up losing out on that detail here. So I might... Jeez. I really don't want to edit this manually. This is like... It's pretty tedious when you think about it. So, what is an easy solution to this? I believe it was 5. Yeah, I think it was 5. And that's just our inner frames. And that doesn't help much, so... I mean, we could always edit it, but... this is a pain. So you see that, like, ideally this is what we want, right? We want this. But we want the, like, every second window to kind of go in. Which I could do. I think. Yeah, because it's definitely a detail we'll be losing out on. And it does bug me. That is upsetting. I wonder if we... I have no idea. I really wish it would allow for that to happen, but it doesn't. You see, it does that weird thing, which shouldn't happen. Like, why can't that just be bigger? But you know what? It's fine. I'll actually edit them. I guess that's the only answer right now. So we'll do that. And then what I'll do is I'll go in. I'll take these back pieces and I'll make them larger. Like, wait, let's see. Make a rainbow window. A rainbow window sounds fun. No. Yeah, no rainbow anything's happening. Alt H. Okay, so if I look at this, that really is too big, so we'll make it a little smaller. So this is gonna determine exactly how much space we get at the bottom. Remember I said that we wanted the windows to end slightly higher than the desks. So that being said, I'll put this back to the center. Okay, that being said, it means that we need I could just make a cube for reference, because I don't know why this thing didn't actually fit against. I believe it's supposed to fit against the thingy, but it didn't. Which is, I mean, it can be a bit annoying. I wonder... So we have another pack that might be able to add a window. You know, let's see that. Ugh. I hate how there's no images. Okay, we'll do this. So let's just hide everything. That's not what I want to hide. So now if I look at this, it's quite interesting. Can I, like... Hang on, damn it. Okay, I can actually edit them. But what I do want to do is I want to... Oh, okay, so I think this one actually fits against the thingy. Okay, whatever. But what I do want to do is I want to... Forget what I want to do. My god. Okay, let's see. Going to help my grandma with food. Okay, you do that, Julia. This is fine, but... Oh, you can also set it to portal. That is actually quite smart. Okay. Anyway. And then I see there's some components. Okay. So we do need the glass there. All right. So I'm just checking because we do have two types of thingies. So it is handy to just look and see if it seems like it, but I just want to see if we can get the result that we want. Hopefully we can. So yes, okay, there we go. So it is a rail window. Okay, all right, okay. Things are now making sense in my brain. So I'm thinking, I don't think this one actually comes with the actual cutout, does it? Doesn't look like it. Does it? Does it come with the cutout? Not sure, actually. So when I say cutout, I mean like if you look at this guy, you'll see it has like a Boolean thing that it uses as an operation, and yeah, Booleans, man. Okay, so it is a rail window. So I'm just going to undo this. Now I know we might be able to get some more styles using this window thingy, but you know what? Like, never mind it. I want to see if I can get it in this thingy. If I can, then that's good. If I can't, well then, that's just life. Okay, so I'll need to grab this box as well. Okay. All right. So I think that's fine. Now, for some reason, like I said, I'm pretty sure that this thing was supposed to just to select it. Pretty sure it was supposed to like actually snap to the wall, but it doesn't matter. We can always have it do what we need it to do. So if I go back to this and we try to add that rail window, let's hide these again. It does add the rail window, which is pretty sweet. And it's actually quite detailed. So if you guys are wondering about this add-on, it is Archimesh and Archipack, and it is included in Blender, so you don't actually have to download anything. So let's get to the settings of this damn window. So I'm assuming, see this sill. Can I just hide this? Thank you. Don't ask me why the materials went all wonky, but whatever. Okay, so the sill is actually this thing. And we know for a fact that we don't need the sill. So that is one part of that. Okay. Next. I don't even know. Oh. Okay. That all makes sense now. Alright, so I wonder. That is quite interesting. Jeez. Anyway. I'm getting all like amazed by by this entire thing when I shouldn't be getting amazed anyway. Anyway. Now for some reason my YouTube autoplay is just not working. Why? I can't even find the autoplay switch. Just refresh this page. Anyway, if my stream is lagging for you guys, just know that it doesn't happen all the time. It's just this time. I don't want to restart my stream, so. Okay. So let's actually make some sense of this. Okay, so that is an external frame, okay, which we don't need. All right. Makes sense. Hey, Hale 26, what's happening? Well, I mean, if looking at a window is amazing, then all right. The rest of the stuff is all hidden. I just want to really add this. Again, that's handles. And then that's cycle materials, okay. Is that... So if I actually select something else, can I actually edit it? No? So this is what's bothering me. Okay, so this is the width. And let me just... I know I keep stopping to look at reference, but I really don't have a choice. Let's see here. Okay, given what I'm seeing, this kind of makes sense, right? Like there's an inner, but now... Okay, this makes sense. 1 frame, 2 frames, and a window. Okay. But now the big issue is that I'm not sure. I think I can... okay, I can actually rotate this guy. 90, okay. Now... Okay, the depth we're gonna have to check. This is the height. Now obviously, like, whatever works, right? We'll figure that out. But my actual issue here is that we need 4 windows, and that's an issue. Jeez. Yeah, we need actual 4 windows. And that's what I don't understand is... Obviously, we said we don't want this external frame, which is fine. And that's... oh, holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, so that is the size of the window frame, which is fine as is, really. Height, and then this is the width. Okay. And okay, you can actually decide on that. Okay. Now, the thing is, do I actually combine these? And if I do, it's going to end up making these thicker than they need to be. And that is what's bugging me. That is really the problem here. Is this one of the architecture add-ons? Yeah, this is it's package standard now with Blender 2.7. I'm on 2.79, I believe. It is standard, so you'll find it. It is ArchiPack and ArchiMesh. It's in the add-on thingy. It's pretty handy, but it can be like finicky if if you like have a specific need. Yeah, it can actually be a bit finicky. Okay, so I'm going to okay, you know what, let's take this, right? Gonna grab this entire thing, right? And so this is what I meant when I said that I'm worried about this thing. So if you look at this, right, if I join these, let's see, they're intersecting. If I join them, you'll notice that the center is thicker, whereas I did want them to be the same, if you get me. And that's kind of annoying. That is quite annoying, because now I have to make like another 2, and the thing is, you can't actually scale them all that well. Whoops, you see, so you can't actually scale them all that well without it deforming stuff. So I don't know. This kind of does look like what it's supposed to, I'll tell you that, but at the same time, it is rather annoying, the fact that I can't actually work with this. It's not like the other window add-on where I could add, like, you know, height and so on and so forth. Now that is a bummer. And I have no idea what to do about this. So if we try this window add-on, whatever, any random one. Okay, I see there's rail windows here, so you see here, right? Let's look at our parameters here. So the thing is, we can add, okay, we can add more panels, okay. That is interesting. Hey, Sonny, what's happening, buddy? And like, you know what? Like, can I actually matte cap this thing? Because it's like so hard to see. Yeah, jeez. Okay, it's matte cap. So, okay, looks like these rail windows work. And ideally, it looks like I can add columns, which works. Apparently, there's some components. For now, I'll remove the glass. Check your Discord after stream. Okay, I'll check it. Might scale in edit mode with the pivot point. With the pivot point changed. It's median right now, and the object center is at the base. Oh yeah. You actually are right. I didn't. Oh, thanks, dude. I didn't actually think about that. Okay, that works. So let's see what we can get. Yeah, we don't need that. What is this? There's like another pane there. We don't actually need that. Although, yeah, we don't need that, do we? Nah, we don't need that. We don't need the handle. Oh, we could leave the handle in there. I'm worried though about the actual problems that it's going to have. No idea. Robo. So basically, all the objects in 3D space have like a pivot point. So when you scale or you change something, it will go towards that pivot point. So if you have a point in the center, it would scale to the center, for example. Whereas like now it's at the bottom, it will scale to the bottom. If I rotate it, it will probably rotate there as well. Okay, so we'll stick with the handle. And yes, it is a rail window. So that kind of works. Now my only concern is, yeah, so I like that they do let you put rail windows in, but we need like specific size rail windows, which can be annoying if you are trying to accomplish something like what we are trying to do right now. Anyway. Oh, and we okay, so that this works. This is a way better thingy, but I feel like, oh no, shit. Okay, so this is actually can I actually still edit it? Oh, okay, that's perfect. Okay, perfect, boys. Here we go. So can I actually get the rotation for this, or do I have to rotate it by myself? Looks like I have to rotate it by myself. Okay. So if I take this, but is it separated? Nah, okay, that's perfect. So rotate 90 Z minus 90. Okay, so now here we go. This is actually quite handy, so these ones don't actually get screwed. All right, so I believe here we go. So there. So now we can add 4. Wish I could add more handles, like otherwise we're just gonna have to screw the handles. Okay. Next, I will move this all the way to the top there. Like that. Just kind of try to get it in there. Just like that. And that's okay. We'll average it. So next, I'm not sure what this is. Huh. I have no idea what this is. Whatever. Okay, so we have a 4th column, and this kind of makes sense. It looks like it makes sense. We can adjust independent width. We can adjust the height of the handle. Oh, and we can adjust the frame, which is handy as all hell. Okay. Interesting stuff. So we can set how high we want this window to be. And so, you know what? Let's undo where I picked it up from. I think it was there. No, there. Okay. And now I'll just adjust it here. So that'll make more sense anyway. And you know what? Let's do this. 5. Okay. Just so we can get it like perfectly there. So this isn't ideal for me personally because I did want the windows to be super plain, but does it actually matter at this point? Okay, so now if I can just determine, I do feel like, when we look at it like this, I do feel like the ceiling is too low. I feel that way as well. Yeah, because if I took one desk and I piled it up here, that's 2, 3. You should be able to fit like 4 desks, it looks like. And okay, we'll test that and I'll get the height. But for now, we just want the. We want to just get this correct for now. We know that we want this window to be higher than the desks. By how much, I don't know. So it looks like something like this, I think. And so you see how tiny that window is? I feel like that's definitely incorrect. We do definitely need more size, I think. So it looks like we can fit 1, 2, 3, 4 desks. Let's actually check that out. Just to make sure that everything is correct. This is the crazy thing, is like getting scale to work. Yeah, that's where things get a bit crazy. So you see there, that's 4 discs, and now we clearly know that these walls are too short. Thankfully, we can adjust the height. I want to make sure that it's something. That's pretty crazy though. That's like, I guess in some places you get really high walls. I don't know. Let's get this in the. Where is that height? Also, now you know why I saved the extra model in case something gets stuffed up. So back to where we were. We can see that we've got our window going. I think we just need the. What is this thing? Yeah, I want to get this thing somewhere. If it's gonna be here, I don't know. I might just turn the handle off, to be honest. And you know what? Let's do this. Okay, so this still doesn't look like it's enough. When I look at this, it looks about right. And then we still need some more of that space there. Okay, we don't need to worry about all of that. And the offset. Oh, okay, so I can actually just offset the thingy, okay. So we need to get in here and move this guy to where he needs to be. I think that amount of a lip is okay. Seems okay. But now we're gonna have to boolean out that window. I feel, let's see. I guess maybe we could make this a little shorter. Something like this maybe, and then we can. Now my only issue is that you'll notice that we do have 4 panels, but now we can't actually have the top panels because Yeah, this is just so complicated. so complicated. But anyway, it helps us with like scale and stuff, so that works. This height though, it does bug me. Okay, so I think I'll chop it out and see how that ends up working. So let's go here. Yeah, be prepared to like watch me experiment like a lot, but yeah, that's how you learn, man. That's how you learn. We'll skip the handle. Alrighty, so who's still here? Who's still in chat? You guys are so quiet, man. Let's see the width, and we'll just get this like. Yeah, we need this to fit like in the. I really wish it would allow me to make like 2 more sets. That is upsetting. If there was rail 2, I wonder what other kinds they have. So there's this one. 3 columns. And that's the crappy thing. I see, okay, you can edit the components, but you can't actually add like, I think this is a material thing. You can't actually add okay. There's presets. Oh, you can just change the preset. Okay. So rail 1. Do we have an actual rail 1? I don't see a rail 1, which is upsetting. But you can turn any window into a rail window, which is interesting, but still annoying at the same time. Oh geez, what did I just do there? Okay. This is so confusing. So I see that we do have panels here. How the hell does this shit work? Maybe it's just... I say 2 rows. You can see we have this, but this doesn't change anything in either. Okay, that changes stuff. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay. We can actually make the window that we're looking for now. I just want to see which one actually works the way I want it to. So that's fine. Okay, let's say for example that's exactly what we wanted. We don't have to key. I just want to see these inners and outers, how we can actually get those to work. So from what I see in my reference at least, let me just take a look. I mean, in all honesty, it would have taken about the same amount of time to to work on the thingy. So, like, to actually model the thing like from scratch. So okay, and then we get to set how many panels we want, right? So something like this, I mean. Oh, where's that top panel? I'm not too sure. Looks like we broke something here. Oh, crap, that's what I did. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now what's bugging me is the fact that, like, okay, this works, right? Without a doubt. But what's not working is the fact that we need a center, like a center inner kind of thing there, which is annoying. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, so that made it a rail. And you see, once you have rails, that's the problem. Like, seems like if you make it a rail, it's a regular flat window. Once you make it a rail window, it seems like you can't actually add more rows. It's kind of like a rule that they've set. You'll see there. Which is annoying as all hell, to be honest. So that is annoying. At least anime wise, it looks like that is the case though. Like, it's like a double rail window, I think. I think. Let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a double rail window, I think. This is what it looks like to me. Oh my god. Yeah, it's definitely a double rail window. Yeah. What's a smart way to do this, really? So again, here you'll see we can add rows, which it allows, right? It does allow us to add rows. But as soon as we tell this thing to become a rail window, it doesn't allow us to add rows anymore, which is a problem. Unless we literally force them to combine and then just use like a boolean or something to chop them in. That could work. Let's do that. Like, screw it. Let's do that. And it looks like I'm gonna have to boolean these walls by myself, so yeah. But I think this is the only way we're gonna get this right. So I'll just remove that guy. Okay. So for now, we literally just need, it is a rail window. We need to get rid of some stuff. We'll make it in twos. So I have 2 panels, like so. I'm gonna see something. That's quite interesting. So if you have it fixed, that's where. That's interesting. That's kind of what we want, kind of. But anyway, let me get rid of the sill and all of that stuff. But now I don't want the glass, so I can see exactly what's happening on the frame. Remove the handle. Okay. Just want to check. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, we don't actually need that, do we? No, we don't. We don't need that one. Okay, that makes some sense. Obviously, if both of them are fixed, that's kind of stupid, but we'll figure it out 1 second. So, as far as I can see, this looks about right, I think. And it's 50-50, so that doesn't matter. We'll work with that. And then we can actually do stuff with the frame. So we can do things like that. I hate the fact that this doesn't actually line up, which is annoying. But okay, so this is every piece of the frame, and then the depth we'll have to determine that separately. So let me see. So if you don't make them fixed, it kind of makes this really thick thingy. Okay, makes sense. Okay. All right, I think that works. So we'll use a double. We'll come in here and then just add that. I think that'll work. We just just get this guy in the middle with like a lip. I think we'll make it slightly thicker. We'll see. Okay. I guess you really can kind of get exactly what you want. And ideally what I want to do is I want to move this guy all the way to here. Like that. Then we'll try and fit 2 in there. So for now we can actually adjust the frame. I don't actually know what the full width is. I should and then like half it, but anyway, that's not how we do it in life. Okay. So if I did something like this, okay, that's not what I want to do. I need to grab all of these. Just make sure. Yeah. So we'll just grab all of these just in case. Yeah. There we go. And now it's Y. There we go. So now we can kind of figure out what size we need this to be. Alrighty. Getting there. So like I said, what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of like force them to combine. Like I think that works. And then we'll like use a boolean and just combine them. That works if you ask me. Okay. We're gonna have to get these to touch. That's what needs to happen. It's too much. Okay. Yeah. And again, like the topology and stuff isn't gonna matter because no one's gonna see that. Like they're not gonna see the actual problems with it. Okay. Close enough in my eyes for now. Let's actually have a look at that. And I do... Oh no, I didn't have the glass enabled. So what I can do, just to actually see, is I can take this and then make a boolean and just cut out the actual window. But for now, let's do this. I know it gets a bit tough to see and stuff, so just bear with me. D, okay. Z. We kind of want to get this somewhere in the middle here. And then change that height. Because we need this. Just go like so. And lower that height just a little bit more. I think I was supposed to be... No, I was supposed to be increasing the height. Okay. I think. Jeez. I think that's about right. I don't know. Something like... If I can just see this properly. Like I said, we're going to actually end up combining this. Which works if you ask me. Yeah. Something like that. That's fine. And then we'll just adjust the height. There we go. Crap. There we go. Grab this on the Y. We'll just move that over like so. So right now I'm not sure, but we'll see if that works. And how we're gonna tell is if we, well, firstly, yeah, I think that's fine. Problem comes in with this guy, but I think we can actually add in booleans and stuff. So let's do that. We'll add a boolean. I will adjust this guy manually. So Boolean modifier U. And we'll just display this guy as a wire. Okay, so now if I can just get this dude, move this over here. I mean, as long as it's close enough, we'll figure it out if the light bleeds through or anything. And I do want to check out like what it's going to look like in freestyle, just to make sure. I should actually be using screencast keys so people can see that as well. I think that's it. And there's our Boolean. So for now that's fine. But what I do want to do is hide the glass and we'll just add like some crude lighting just to see. And I do want to turn on environment lighting for now. Let me actually just put on a ceiling. Thank you. Oh, in cycles. So we have environment lighting on. I should actually save. And let's actually preview this. Do I have stuff that's not on render? Hang on. Solid. Everything is on render. Hey! Cats are fighting, jeez. Let's see. Everything is there. Is it just because it's trying to use a different material? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I'll just give it a base material. I think that could work. So many materials get added, jeez. I think that's fine. I think it's really just this. Okay. And let's check if that works now. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I'm still getting like some noise. I have no idea why. It's probably because some of the materials are trying to use like cycles materials. Like I think like this. I think that's okay. Anything that's not using these, okay. Makes some amount of sense now. Let's actually, do I have a camera? No? Okay. Just add a camera. There we go. Just move this camera. Fly around with this guy. Get it in there. And I will change the sensor. Get better picture. Let's have a look at this and see. Oh geez. That's what's happening. Okay. I need to find the modifier that I added. And yeah, we don't need it anymore. Let's check. And we need to hide that cube. I really should name stuff, but whatever. I'm really not liking how this is behaving in terms of light. Why? Let's try 5 samples. You see how these behave. These ones aren't behaving all that well. But it looks okay. What we'll do is I'm just gonna add a Hemi. Okay, same sort of thing. And now everything should be white. All right. So don't worry about that guy. What I do want to see, however, is how Freestyle is going to treat those windows. Go over here and find the Freestyle settings. Change this thickness. I think I've used 0.4, 0.5. That's fine. And for now, we'll just use like a gray, just to give it a look and see what Freestyle's gonna do. Yeah, that should be fine. I don't think we need crease, however. This. Yeah, I think that's correct. Okay, that's perfect. That is not terrible. Okay, wow. Alrighty. So that means those windows work fine then. I think we can actually keep going with these. Alright. So, right now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to also make this like a wire so I can see what the hell I'm doing. And I think we'll hide that ceiling for now. Ceiling, there we go. Okay. It looks like we've actually gotten somewhere. So I'm just going to take all of these. That 22. Yeah. Let's take this entire thing. Thankfully, these are editable, so I don't even need to worry about anything. I will go to the side. Okay. So now I just need to grab this on Y. It looks like it didn't even matter. It kind of treats them as the same object. And that is fine. Okay. So I'm just going to need to steal that Boolean cube. And I should really like make it smaller, in all honesty. Because it's going to be in the way of things. Alrighty. Let's take this guy, move him over here. Make sure we're actually getting the amount that we need to get. Yeah, if we need to go over, we can. It doesn't really matter. So we have our windows. Perfect. Like I said, we can always use a boolean to like literally just chop into this, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't look like it matters in all honesty. Okay. So far I think we're looking good. Now things get a bit crazy. The next part of this is basically so it looks like the frames that were used on the windows kind of, I don't know, let's see. Let me just zoom in on this image. Kind of figure out what the hell's going on here. Yeah, they kind of look the same, to be honest. And don't worry, we're gonna get into modeling the discs and stuff. Like that's all gonna happen. Yeah, they look the same. Although maybe those look a little more metal. Maybe. I don't know. I really can't tell. Yeah, so basically you see these frames, it's fairly similar when it comes to what's going to happen here. So we're going to have these windows up above, right? But the problem is that the problem is the frame. So there's like the door frame gets combined with the window frame. So that happens, and then looks like it's actually two other small rail doors. I wonder if I can actually get those from this thingy. I wonder actually. I mean, we might as well give it a look. So if I do something like this, is there an option to make it like a rail door? Oh, I just see these panels. Actually move this thing so I can see what the hell's going on. So I see that there's panels, there's the frame, door direction panel. So I don't think we're actually going to be able to get these sliding doors. We might have to make them ourselves. I wish I could like cheat a... That is upsetting. Really upsetting. Yeah, that's kind of crappy. Well, we can always cheat the frame, so that's fine. Just like literally tell it to be like one panel. We can delete the inner and then use the frame. I guess that works, right? At least it should. What's nice, however, is that we can do a bunch of cool stuff in terms of... I'll show you now. Let's see. We can actually get the floor in there. So what I want to do beforehand, though, sort out this pillar. So what I am going to do is Shift S, just to select it. I'm going to add a new column. Right. And we're just gonna... Oops. Jeez. Add a new column and then just change the height. I think we're talking like 330? Is that what it was? Yeah, so now you can see we have that color. And then what I want to do, okay, firstly just bring this back to its original size, which is 700, and then use Alt to duplicate these pillars. So what that will do is it'll keep all the information. So if I need to change the height of these later, I always can. Okay. That's those, and now it's just this, the ones that are in the middle. Go. Now we can get rid of all of these little ones. There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna actually have to, I guess maybe we could, maybe we could just get rid of this wall and then maybe. I don't know, 1, 2, 3. Shit. Yeah, because I want to make a hole here. I mean, we could just use a boolean. Get a hole in there, and then this entire thing becomes a frame. So all the way to the ceiling, we get these guys, which I can actually just copy across. So, like so. fact, I should just take the second one as well, because it is in sets of 2s anyway. Like that. Okay. And then we'll just, again, keep all the information. That's important. This is why, no? Is that it? Yep, that's it. So now you'll see. We basically have the top windows in the... Okay. And then what I can do is... do that. And we have the rest of them. Now all we need to do is basically make the doors. And basically we need to cheat these frames. So I might hopefully be able to make one of these and have this, like, do it like as 2, and then make the doors so that we keep the frame, because we do still need the frame, and then put the doors in. I'm gonna have a double door there and then the double door here. Things might change, which I really would hate. I would really hate for anything to change right now. I do want to check, however, what these cabinets look like. I think these are just like kitchen cabinets or something. Can I actually just hide this just so I can see? Yeah, so it's kitchen cabinets is what it looks like to me. And I wonder... we have the settings for these damn things. Okay. Ugh. I think we need to go back and then hide this guy and then add that cabinet. But I want to see if I could get it to be the cabinet that I wanted it to be. If I can, that's cool. Wait, here's the settings here. Okay. Okay, so it is a floor cabinet. Fair enough. Okay, let's see. There's a bunch of different models apparently, which I can't actually see. Okay. Makes some sense. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And then none. Okay. Alright. Is that because I have something selected or just... okay. Door... what? Okay. That makes some amount of sense. That's its rotation. No. Handle. Baseboards apparently. So that's... these are the types of... okay. No countertop, no baseboard. And... so we can make it like an actual cabinet. That is pretty sweet. That is quite sweet. And if I were to do that, then we can change what kind of cabinet it is, which is actually quite nifty. So I do have some reference of a cabinet. It's not the same type, but it's close enough if you ask me. There's vents and stuff, and we'll have to add that by ourselves, but this is actually quite handy. Handy as all hell, actually. Okay. That's really what I wanted to see. Just to make sure. Okay. Anyway. Back to what we're doing. So yeah, we can do cabinets, and then apparently we can do shelves. Shelves are a thing. Which is handy. Like you can, I think we can do the crisscross shelves. That's also quite common in anime. I think that's really it. Shelves, roof, door column. Books are handy. Not lamps, curtains. I don't know what Japanese curtains are. Okay, apparently that's Japanese curtains. Okay, amazing. and then obviously with these, I'm assuming you also get a bunch more roofs, floors. So the cool thing is that we can actually get a floor. Which one was it? It's not stepping stones. Tile? Is that it? No. Let's see here. That's not the one I'm looking for. Oops, I don't know what the hell happened there. There we go, you see that? So we can literally do a bunch of stuff with that. In fact, I should actually just add that right now. If I wanted a floor, let's do that. So it is this one. Is that it? No. I'm so confused. Yeah. That's boards. That's something. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay. So now we can take this guy and we can put it on here, because that's actually a thing that's used as well in anime. We just need those things to be really big. Right. I think that works. And now, yeah, we can do grout. We can do the bevel materials. Oh, there we go. That is handy as all hell. Jeez. Can I actually get away from me? Okay, whatever it is. Do. Okay. Thickness, I'm assuming that's your standard thickness. Solidify, we don't care about that. Length, so that's that. Spacing, apparently, okay. How many boards in the group? Can I actually make this thing bigger? That's... Okay, you know what? Seeing as the thing takes up half, what we will do is we will extend the length. It's kind of big enough. See if I can get this correct. Something like that, I think. And then if I do this, yeah, for now, let's just see if that works. Because I can get whatever measurements I need wherever I need it. This is what I want to test. So we do have a floor, right? But I can actually get it to remove the floor. Where the hell are you? Floor. There we go. Okay, so now if I've done that correctly, we have that thingy, and then apparently I can bevel the thing, and apparently you can add grout. Wow, pretty damn handy. So now you'll notice that we actually have a nice little bevel here, something like that maybe, and grout. Apparently you can add grout, but we'll leave it out for now. And let's go to our camera and let's see how this behaves. Actually, I'll be able to tell the size of things. Hey, we didn't boolean that guy. Oh, and we don't have a ceiling. So I cannot see. It's probably because we don't have a ceiling. So let me try and get us a ceiling, which I'm actually going to end up adding. So there we go. So you can actually see them there. I'd have to bevel them just a little more. In terms of size, I'm not sure. I should actually check my reference to see how big those are in anime. So if I were to say, looks like one, two. It looks like a desk is about 2. So this will probably have to be a bit bigger than that. Jeez, okay. So let's go to 7. Yeah, we'll probably have to make that just a little bigger. Maybe. Okay. Let's check that out now. Yeah, I can kind of see it. If I really want to, I just need to give it a color, but for now that's fine. In fact, I think even if I skip the environment lighting, we'll get it dark enough. I think that works. Yeah. Now, I'm probably seeing this because we didn't have the boolean there, which I really should get in there. So we do have it. We just need to apply the boolean. Okay. So now let's look at this. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna see how this behaves when it's close. Yeah, you see we're getting some... You see it goes to the end, but then it cuts off. Here, I think the same is happening. So we need to just figure out how we're gonna fix that. But I mean, a boolean should work fine. We just boolean them and we'll join them. As long as we sold on, you know, if that's the actual thing. I might make these windows as these ones at the bottom a bit higher and make these ones, but yeah, we'll figure it out. For now, this does look okay. I think that's fine over there. It's gonna have some shade anyway, which is okay. I can't tell why it's so bright. Oh, I can't tell why it's so bright. This is why. Where is this setting? So if you guys don't know, anyone that's watching, if you guys don't know, there is a little plugin that you can get. A plugin for... Where the hell is this thing? For the color management. It's this filmic log encoding base. So it basically makes the light behave a little differently. So if we just leave this at base contrast, because that's fine. We don't need to worry about the sequencer for now. So now, if I try to render this with the environment lighting, it should behave just slightly differently compared to what we were getting the first time. So now you'll see. Also, I think one of the culprits might be our sun. So when you don't actually use ray trace shadows, your sun will basically really brighten up the scene, which is good. But at the same time, it's not desirable if you want to see certain things. So you can see there, before the lines show up. You see? I think that's good. I think it's okay. We'll maybe make the line just a tiny bit thicker, but for the most part, it's okay. And I think what we're going to do with freestyle is that we will... we're going to render the... what's the word? We're going to render the line separately, and then we're gonna use some opacity to get it to behave a certain way, which is good. For now, I think this is actually doing quite well. Yeah, so that's with environment lighting. Let's just actually check this out. So no environment lighting, you see everything's pretty harsh, but it's okay. For now, I still feel it's a little cramped, but if it is, we'll make some changes. It's okay. Thankfully, the room is quite flexible, but when it comes to this stuff, I'm not too sure. It might be a bit of extra work. And also, there's a lot of things blocking because, well, these aren't actually proper desks. And when they are proper desks, that's when we'll see if they behave correctly. In terms of these windows, I don't know. We'll have to see. Right now, I do feel like they are, like something is not correct because the bottom windows are supposed to be a little larger. So we might actually lower it just a bit more to get these to be longer. I think that's fine. Anyway, for now, I think that's pretty decent. So I'm gonna call it here because I have to get ready for our other stream, finishing Left 4 Dead. But most of the stuff is done. We just need to actually start modeling like each individual thing, the door, and get this frame in there. These are really small things that we have to handle, so we don't actually have to worry too much about that. But yeah, I think that'll be it for now. I'll be back tomorrow. Maybe, I don't know. It depends. Either tomorrow or I'll be back later, just still hammering away at it. But look, every time I work on this, I'm gonna stream it. So you guys are basically gonna see me make this thing from scratch all the way until completion. So yeah, that's the thing. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you guys get into Discord, follow if you guys liked it. Make sure you guys check out YouTube. If you guys are on YouTube, sub. If you guys want to support the stream, I do have Humble Bundle links for games. You know, you can donate to charity, games, all that crap. Anyway, I need to, it's freezing. So I just want to like warm up and then get everyone together because we need to get ready for the next stream. But yeah, I'm just going to save this. But thanks so much, guys. I will see you like in a minute because I'm going to be back with the regular stream. Right. Peace.